welcome to Art on the Trail. We have tons of people to thank, which Meena and Darlene will do momentarily. But we thank them because they are the co-chairs of this whole project. So great job, Darlene and Meena. Pulling this all together. My name is Ilana Casady. I'm the chair of the Hopkinton Cultural Council. Very proud to be here today. Just a little bit about what the Hopkinton Cultural Council does, because we have a very important deadline coming up, and I want everyone to know, especially all the artists here. We receive grant funding from the Massachusetts Cultural Council to promote excellence, access, education, and diversity in the arts, sciences, and humanities to improve our community, economics, and quality of life. We prioritize supporting local artists, like all of you, as well as artists that reflect diverse cultures. We actively seek opportunities to increase visibility of different groups, different cultures, to promote our diverse grant opportunities. So our deadline for our grants for this coming year is October 15th. So you got a couple more days. So please, 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 we have money and we want to give it to you. So please, please apply online. Back to Art on the Trail. I'm very honored to be here. Earlier today I was trying to think, what should I speak about? What should I say? There's so many parts of my life and me that are impacted by Art on the Trail. I was thinking, okay, should I approach it as a runner? I'm a runner and a resident of Hopkinton. I run on this trail almost every day, and I love it. I know every inch of it, every place there's ice or there's an incline or anything. I love this trail, and I feel very connected to it as a runner and as a resident. And I was thinking, do I talk about being a marathoner because I'm running on Monday? Woo-woo! And as this art's going up, I'm like getting super excited, and just the fact that it's going up and the importance it brings to the marathon and the inspiration it brings. Like, I know for all the runners and the marathoners as they go through this, like, it's very meaningful. So that's been very exciting. I have to say, it also has made me a little nervous the past couple of days. I'm like, oh, Monday's coming close. Also, speaking as a parent, my kids sometimes do not like to go on long hikes. But if I bring them here, they're like, oh, we can go Art on the Trail. And they love coming out here doing Art on the Trail. So as a parent, my kids just love and enjoy being out here. I'm also an occupational therapist, and I actually work outdoors. I use equine movement and nature as my treatment tool, and it makes me so proud to see art and nature being so accessible to all those with many different abilities, many different needs. Now, people that might not normally get to be able to walk in a museum or might not go to Boston to travel to a museum, they can have this so accessible. So there were all those pieces, and I was like, what should I write? What should I say? And it kept coming back, all these themes, all these parts of me kept coming back to one word. And that word is community. And I think what's really great about Art on the Trail is it brings together so many pieces of our community. Whether we're running community, or whether we're the art community, or whether we're LGBTQ, or East Asian, or South Asian, or black, white, brown, whatever our community, where we come from, special needs, older adults, little kids, art and nature weave us all together, and that commonality is our thread that brings us all together. And I feel so proud that Art on the Trail is a vehicle to do that, and I'm very proud to be here. And with that, I will leave it to Darlene and Meena to thank all of you, but thank you so much.
Thank you, Ilana. That was great. And I have to say that the history of this, we had Art on the Trail a few years ago, and then in 2020 early 2020 we started doing this, planning for this. Darlene and I started that, and then the pandemic hit. So we were super bummed, and so this has been brewing in our heads for a year and a half, and it has all come together so well. The marathon being moved to October, and then we decided, okay, this is a great time to have the Art on the Trail. The we had the theme, and we had such good participation from young little kids, and you will see that on the trail, that little young kids who have done beads from the Moms Club, and to all other artists, high schools. We have every age range, and as Ilana said, it's the community that has made this so vibrant. And of course, this could not have happened without Darlene. Darlene has been the bedrock of it. And lastly, one more thing I want to point out again to what Ilana said. If there is one piece that you should not miss, and that talks about the mental health of what the trail provides. If all else fails, there is hope on the trail. And please, that's I think, in this COVID time, as we come out of it, that is one thing that really resonates with me, and I hope everyone enjoys it. And thank you to everyone that participated, the artists, the supporters, the people that came to hang it, and everyone that was part of this process. So thank you.
So my job is to thank the people who helped support this and the artists here. So Mass Cultural Council, Hopkinton Cultural Council, CorpCom for helping with the banners, 26.2 Foundation, Jillian was president of the Running Club, Carolyn Dykema, who actually raised her hand asking to be a sponsor and stuff like that, and stuff, because two of her passions is passive outdoor recreation and art. Middlesex Savings Bank, Weston Nurseries, and the radio station I happen to work for, My FM. If you're an artist here, raise your hand. There's a whole lot of them, so I'm going to say you can't miss Owen's statue on the trail. There's a mother and daughter who have a total of 3 paintings here. Nia and Kathy, are you guys here?
I just saw them.
Okay, so they're here. And which is kind of cool. They have just moved to Hopkinton, and they were one of the first ones to submit. This was a juried art show. There's about close to 20 pieces that are juried in, and then some pieces that like Michael Alfano's, which is a renowned piece from the running wheel that's been at home at the HCA for probably about 10 years. And then there's a statue from Spain, and then we just laminated a couple prints that are, one is Nancy Bailey's Iconic from the 100, and Mary Holden, who's a local artist, we laminated her recent piece, which is a montage to Hopkinton. But we want to thank the select board for being here, Carolyn, especially Irfham, who's actually the liaison, and Dana Hansen from Jake Auchincloss is our congressman. And there's actually the chief, the DPW, who like helped fix the front and stuff, but there's one person I think who's going to be surprised that I'm going to actually thank him last, and that is John Ritz. When this whole thing came up a couple years ago to try to pull this together and stuff like that, I didn't know what HALT was, I didn't know any of the other organizations, but I knew he was a trail guy. And I knew him from H-Camp, and I called him up and said, how do I do this? So he started getting all the wheels done and all the introductions, and that was back in 2019. So, thank you. You'll see artists that are for amateurs or some things that are just kind of, when you hit the entering Brookline sign that Barbara Webster's put up, you know it's time to turn around and head back to Hopkinton. But enjoy. And you'll see it all down there. Oh, there's 2 pieces, one from the Freedom Team and one that the Cultural Council put up that are across from each other at the start of the Wetzel Trail. They have QR codes on it. If you QR code the Freedom Teams, it's going to bring you to something. And the one across that is a framed Kenyan thing, it'll also bring you to something. So check out the QR codes. You can do one on your way down, one on your way up. But thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, and there's cookies and waters and stuff like that.
Yeah.